All right, we're gonna do a therapeutic modality on our patient today. We're gonna use a moist heat pack. To start off, we're gonna have our patient laying down on her stomach with a bolster under her feet and a pillow under her head to make sure she's really comfortable. Some indications for a moist heat pack are increased blood flow to promote healing, increased metabolism, and decreased tissue restriction and stiffness. Some contraindications of moist heat packs are decreased sensation, decreased circulation. You wouldn't want to do if there's any wounds or infections, if they have any coronary artery disease at all or anything like that. Some precautions to make sure of before performing the modality is make sure there's no burns or heat illness that the patient has, make sure the patient's not pregnant in any way, or have any implanted devices. So I'm gonna grab my heat pack and put it on her back. Cut it. Okay, so when performing the moist heat pack, some treatment goals for this is pain relief, increased tissue temperature. So the patient's gonna feel a slight increase in that area since it is a heat pack, and treatment restrictions such as stiffness, and make sure it doesn't get too deep. The temperature for the heat pack is around 160 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. The approximate treatment time is 10 to 15 minutes. And so with performing the moist heat pack, you should have 6 to 8 layers on the patient, so there's no issue of burning. Now I check the patient during the middle of the treatment to make sure there's no red blotches or anything. If it's becoming too red, I'd add more layers on so she doesn't get any injuries. And if the patient feels comfortable enough, we could reduce the amount of layers to get the heat more on her skin to restrict and loosen up the muscles. All right, so now since we're at the end of the treatment, we're gonna take the heat pack off and put it back in the hydrocollator. But first, you want to make sure there's no any issues with the skin or irritation at all, and check to see if the patient's okay. Make sure there's no problems, and if they have no issues, then they're good to go.